beautiful. Welcome to Kimbaskrafts. If you're new here, hello, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, guys. Love you. So we are here for week 7's. Yes, week 7's Whip and Chat. So this is the reason why I'm calling it's an event Whip and Chat is because I am giving a prize away. So I will give you later on in the video a keyword, and you just have to type the keyword in the comments. And on week 8, I will be picking a winner. The prize is going to be I'm going to have a picture of it because she sent me a picture of it. It's from DpGalCreations, okay? And it's going to be a medium-sized tray, and this is the medium-sized tray. It's not this tray. It's not going to be these trays, but these are the sizes, okay? So this is the medium-sized tray, and this is the large tray. I'm going to put a picture up in the corner here of the actual colors. As you can see, they're absolutely gorgeous. They're like a pastel color. I'm like so obsessed and in love with those. And then on top of it, she's giving that pen stand. So check the picture out. That is going to be, I don't have the items because she's going to ship it directly to whoever wins the prize. Okay. So just listen for when I announce the keyword, and then pop it in the comments, guys. Anyone who wants to win this, it's gorgeous. My favorite trays, DpGalCreations. Yes. Okay. So that's why it's an event Whip and Chat, but otherwise it's just a regular Whip and Chat. It's a Whip and Chat, guys. And I just have I have this zoomed out so you can see how I set up everything. If you're new here, this is how I set up my boxes. I have 5 boxes. There's 280 of these little pods that are holding different colors, and there's 250 colors. So you'll see that there's pods with no stickers on them. So anywhere there's a sticker, that's a different color. Okay. 250 stickers. There's 56 pods in each box, and there's 5 of them. I have my timer here. I have my peanut plate. This is for my trash, my peanut lid. I have my CraftedMakes pen. So this is also one of our sponsors. He has a coupon code. It'll be listed in the description below. You can see there's like dried flowers in here. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love this pen. I've been using metal tips. I got them off of Amazon. They work wonderfully. I love them. And I would have a metal tip on here, except I don't multi-place on this canvas. This is single placing 100%. So I don't even worry about having a metal tip on here. I just have a regular plastic boat. These are the only trays that I use when I diamond paint for the most part. But for these large canvases, these max color canvases, since you don't use a lot of a color, I just use these really little shallow trays just because for speed, honestly. For speed in diamond painting and then dumping them back in. But I absolutely love that black tray, by the way. All right. So I think that's all the housekeeping things. So yeah, I'm not giving a prize away. I'm not picking a winner for any prize. I didn't give a keyword for last week's Whip and Chat, but next week I will be picking a winner for the items that I showed up in the corner just earlier. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to zoom in now. All right, hold on a second. All right, guys. So it is nighttime, and I have all the windows and shades drawn, and I have the door to the main house closed because, you know, I don't want a lot of noise. from out there. So you might hear my air conditioner on because it's getting hot in here. It's, you know, it was a nice warm spring day. It was in the 80s, and yeah, I'm hot. It's starting to get a little toasty in here, and I don't really want to open the windows because if I open the windows I have to open the blinds, and it's very bright in here, and I just feel like I'm like on display. So, oh, let me hit this. I'm gonna hit my timer. All right, guys, I hope everyone's having a good day. Yeah, I don't have like a list of what I'm going to talk about today, so we're just going to be winging it again. And yeah, I see this is, I already forget what I was going to say. So I wasn't supposed to go this week. I was supposed to go on the 8th week, but I switched with Angie. She had to take care of some family things. And it is Friday night. Normally I probably would have recorded this tomorrow, but I work Saturday and Sunday this week. So Sunday is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. I won't be recording another video before Mother's Day, so I just want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. Actually, I'll be posting this on Sunday. So yeah, hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day. And, you know, just enjoys their families. I will be working. My daughter will be working. My son, who is in school, he did text me and he asked me if I would be home so that he could come and hang out. But I told him, you know, maybe the following weekend because I do have to work. And that's fine. I honestly don't mind working on Mother's Day because my kids are older. I would rather the young moms, you know, get off. So, that's fine with me. But yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful Mother's Day. I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to. I am looking forward to Memorial Day. We'll talk about that in a minute. So first, I just want to give you my diamond painting updates. As you saw, I did get I did an unboxing with one of my DIY moons. I might do another one later this week. I don't know. I know I want to kit up some projects. I can't even remember my schedule. But I did not order anything. I'm still on that no buy. I'm doing really well with that. So that's been good. I still have my order from Jaded Gem Shop to be delivered. So I don't know when that's happening. I can't even remember when I ordered it, to be honest with you. I'm in no rush. So I think I counted out the weeks the other day. I don't even remember though. So I still have canvases in the wind that I'm waiting for. So there's that. So I'm not like I'm not itching to order anything. Let's just put it that way. I would say that Oraloa and Dreamers Designs have had some releases that if I were to break my no buy, it would have been for one of them. But I've been good. And I still feel like I have plenty to choose from, and I've been holding strong. So I'm making good progress on my Jesus Blessing. I've been updating Instagram with that canvas. So once I'm done that, I am going to go ahead and start my Captured by Radiance. So I have that already kitted up, but I do want to kit up some other projects, and yeah, I'll let you know what they are on that video. Maybe I just feel like getting stuff up. No, I'm just kidding. And I keep thinking about that Large Dreamers designs that I have. Like, when am I going to get to it? When am I going to do it? The 180 centimeter. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that for next year. And I'm going to make that my year-long project. So I know that it can certainly be done a lot faster than that, but I want to like do that along with other things. So I think that's going to be my plan, because I keep thinking about it. I'd like to get it started, but I have so many other things that I want to do, and it's already, can you guys believe this? It's already like halfway through May. That's just insane. You know, in a couple weeks, we're going to be in the 6th out of 12 months of the year. It's like, where's the time go? So crazy. So, I mean, that's really all my diamond painting updates. I've been also thinking about what I want to do in December for Christmas. And I'm still contemplating that one. I'm not sure about that one. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because I'd like to do something fun again. But, you know, super fun projects take a lot of time. And, I don't know, like, when I would start working on that. I have an idea, but it's like, it would be extremely time consuming. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. And what else? What else? I think that's all my diamond painting things. I did post my framing of my Forever in My Heart. And I'm so happy with, it's actually getting, I'm going to turn off the air now. That was fast. It got chilly in here very quickly. I did a recording of that, and I have to tell you, I'm so very pleased with the whole outcome of that project, and very excited to give that gift away. But also, I'm excited at all the tricks that I've learned for framing diamond paintings. I'm so not afraid to frame diamond paintings. So I'm not afraid to cut them anymore. I have figured out exactly how I'm going to be framing my projects from now on out. And so, yeah, I'm excited about that, because the idea of framing them when I first started diamond painting, it scared me to death. And I was like, I'm going to have to hire someone. And then I was reading like how much people paid to have them professionally framed, and I thought, well, I would have to get a second job if I was going to try to frame everything that I wanted to frame. So I kept saying, I'm just going to have to figure this out, and I kept putting it off, and yeah, you know, my first couple framings were, I mean, honestly, I was like sweating at the end of them, and it was exhausting. And so it did kind of, I knew I could do it. So that was the positive. The negative was I kind of dreaded having to do it again, because it did feel like it just took so much energy. That was because I was so bent on not, excuse me, cutting the canvas. because again, that thought just scared me. But so many people put in the comments, you know, that they've cut many canvases and never had an issue. And so just gave me a lot of reassurance. Thank you guys. And I was like, you know, and I watched videos of different creators framing things and cutting the edges off, and I thought, all right, like, put your big girl panties on. You can do this too. You can do this. And so for the first time, I did it today. Well, actually, I did it on my, and that was kind of a trial too. I did a little bit of cutting on my Story Keep, my Heaven and Earth Designs. And that was kind of like a little trial. And, you know, that was successful. So, yeah. But then, you know, when I was framing that one, something dawned on me. I'm like, I really should be using the backing as my guide to the size of the canvas. So, you know, when that dawned on me, it just made everything a lot easier this round. So, yep. So it's been, now I just need to find frames for my little angels, my all that jazz, and then and my Jesus blessing. That'll definitely be the first frame that I buy. I feel like the little angels, the star ore that I did in the hospital that I'm going to hang up above Bob's nightstand, I feel like that frame should not be hard. I mean, should not cost a lot of money, but because of the picture, and I'll put it in the corner in case you don't know which one I'm talking about, I really want like an ornate silver frame. Don't you think that would look nice? And I don't want white. White would be cheaper than silver, like, because I have priced them. I don't want white because the wall is white. So all my walls are white. So I really wanted silver so the frame would like have a little pop on the wall. And that's kind of, they're pricier. The silver's pricier. And, you know, so it, like, I was finding them for like $50 some. The one I did for my Forever in My Heart, that was only $41, guys. So essentially, you know, you figure $41 for the frame. And, you know, the ribbon was $2. Or no, what was it? 6 something? Like it was less than $50 to frame that, you know, on my own. So, and that was huge, right? It's a huge painting compared to the little star ore. So I just like feel like that's a lot of money. So then I said to myself, okay, well, you'll go to one of these discount stores, you know, and you'll probably find it for a lot cheaper, like an ornate silver frame. But I never go shopping. I never go shopping. So it's like if I can't have it delivered, then I'm beat. I just need to go shopping. If you hear that that noise in the background and you're new here, that's my pug. So she, you know, she's a pug and pugs are known to snore. She's sleeping in her bed next to me, and she's older, so she's always snored, but she's definitely snoring more as she's gotten older. Because I remember people asking me, "Oh my gosh, does she snore?" when she was a puppy and like younger, and I was like, not really. Now She's a bear when she's like super comfortable. And it's late because, okay. So that's all my diamond painting updates. I'm just going to get into life updates now. Life is so crazy, isn't it? So this morning, I have really good news, guys. This morning, we had to get up early. Bob and I had to get up super early, and for some reason, I could not sleep. I don't know. I guess I had anxiety. I don't know, but I could not sleep. I woke up at 3 o'clock to go to the bathroom, and then I was tossing and turning and tossing and turning, and then I was on my phone because you know when you, and I know you guys are going to know what I'm talking about. You know when you're laying in bed and you can't get comfortable and you can't fall asleep, and then like you're just laying there, and then this itches, and then this itches, and then this. It's like you're so hyper aware of your body. It's like, you know, then the pillow's too bunched up here, and this is like that was happening. And just to get my mind off of like being, I guess, irritable and everything bothering me, I picked up my phone because the guy is just like, okay, my elbow itches, now this itches, my nose itches, okay, the cover's under my hip too much here, let me move that, my foot's exposed, it's getting cold. That, you know, it's like, it's so annoying, and you just feel like almost like you're crawling out of your skin. So just to get my mind off of every little thing, I picked my phone up, and then, you know, then I'm playing a game, and then I'm scrolling through Instagram, and then I checked my email, and next thing you know, I'm doing this survey for YouTube. And it was like, I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So we had to get up super early, Bob and I, to drive all the way to, you know, where his doctor is, which is an hour and a half away from our house. And we had to go to first get him a CAT scan, and the CAT scan process takes a while because first they want first he has to drink like all this contrast, and then he has to sit there for 45 minutes, and then he has to drink a little bit more contrast, and then they take him back and they do the scan. And yeah, and then after that we had to drive to the hospital because that's where the doctor's office is. And so his CAT scan was scheduled for 8:30. No, 10:30, but they said to be there at 8:30 so he can drink all this stuff, wait 45 minutes or whatever. So we get there at 8:30. I set my alarm for 5 o'clock because I knew I would hit snooze a couple times. I'm a snoozer. I know they say don't be a snoozer. It's like counterproductive and all this stuff. Well, I do. I like to hit snooze like 4 times. I'm not even just like a one-time snoozer. I really like to hit snooze a lot. And Bob's always like, just set the alarm for when you want to get up. You're just going to have better sleep that way. And I'm like, I know, but then I'm going to keep hitting snooze and I'm going to be late. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm not a hear the alarm jump out of the bed person. Probably because I am like a procrastinator in almost everything I do in life and always have been. So why not be a procrastinator with getting up? I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't know. Personality flaw, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, so I had my alarm set for 5 o'clock because we had to leave at 6:30 to make sure we got to the appointment by 8:30. And so I set my alarm for 5 o'clock because I want to hit snooze a couple times, and then, you know, I have to shower. We have to feed the dog, make sure the dog goes out, do all the things. And so I woke up at 3 o'clock, like I said, and then I was messing around on my phone because I was getting on my damn nerves. I was getting on my nerves. And then I finally put the phone down at like 4 o'clock. Because I started taking this survey. It was like, oh, for 15 minutes. And then it was like question after question. I'm like, this is much longer than 15 minutes. What is going on? But anyway, and then I, you know, closed my eyes. And of course, it always happens this way. Then I could finally fall asleep, and I fell asleep. The alarm went off, and I only hit snooze twice. And after the second one, I hit it the second time, and I didn't even wait for it to go off again. I was like, you know what? Let me just get up because, like, I don't want to. I can't be late for this. So I got up and, you know, made my coffee and then started my day. And it was a long day. So we got there at 8:30. It took I think it was an hour and a half, but you know, we left a little later than 6:30 when everything was said and done. And we get up there at 8:30. They take him back. He drinks the stuff. We get done. He actually ended up getting sick. Like as soon as they hit him with the, because he had to do oral contrast. He did oral contrast and they had to do IV contrast. And once they hit him with the IV contrast, he got massively sick. And I was sitting in the waiting room, and I hear the tech yell out, "I need a nurse." And then I hear her say it again, "I need a nurse." And then I hear her come out, and I hear her say to someone, "Can you come in here?" And so I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, is this about Bob? Because, you know, I don't know if it's someone else. I don't know how. They had a bunch of people going in and out of there. So I come out of the prep room, and I'm like walking around, and there's nobody in the hallway. And I start getting nervous. And then the nurse comes out, and she sees me, and she's like, "Can I help you find something?" And I was like, "Is my husband okay?" And she like looks around, and she's like, "Oh, I think, yeah, he's still getting his scan." And she points to the room because the light was on. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So then I thought, okay, so it wasn't about him. Well, it was, guys. What happened was he was getting sick. And so the tech came out and was like, "Can I get a nurse?" Well, that nurse, I don't know where she went, if she went to the bathroom, but she stepped off the floor. So that's why she had to yell it again. And then that's why she said, "Can you come in here?" Because the nurse who she grabbed was not the nurse that was, like, I don't know if they were necessarily assigned to a patient. I guess they were, because it was not the nurse that came in and asked Bob about his allergies and stuff like that. And that was the nurse who saw me looking around and said, he's still getting a scan. So I hear the tech I hear the tech say to the nurse, "He was getting sick. I had to pull this nurse, so-and-so in here because I couldn't find you." And she's like, "Oh, I stepped off the floor to blah, blah, blah." Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. Sometimes when I listen back, I'm like, yeah, that didn't make sense. So basically, his nurse didn't know what was going on, and she saw me walking around because I heard them hollering for a nurse, and I was afraid, and I was right. It was Bob. And so the tech comes back and gets me, and she's like, he started, you know, vomiting. It's common. It's not something we like to advertise and all this stuff. And so I go back there, and he's like shaking. I mean, he's shaking. I'm like, why? I'm like, why are you shaking? He's like, I'm cold. So I had his sweatshirt because he had to take it off because they had an IV in his arm. So I put that on him, and then someone brought him a warm blanket. And he was saying, yeah, as soon as that contrast hit me, it just like the nausea came over me so fast. He just threw up all this contrast. Plus, he wasn't allowed to eat anything for 4 hours, so he woke up. He didn't have anything. We drive up there. They give him 3 huge bottles of contrast that he had to drink within an hour. And you know, so that's, like, I'm sure all that contributed to it. So they had a doctor come look at him, and the doctor's like, it doesn't sound like it's an allergy. And Bob's like, I would be surprised if it was an allergy. Like, I've had so many CAT scans. This has never happened before. And, you know, we were like talking about it probably like the delayed gastric dumping. It's still resolving, so that probably contributed to it. But anyway, that's that. I said I had really good news. That wasn't the good news. The good news is right after. So we get to his doctor's office, and we got there at like a quarter to 12. It was quarter to 12. And we walk in, and they're like, so mind you, I forgot to say this. The CAT scan was not at the hospital. It was like 3 miles down the road at a facility. That was a hospital building, but it wasn't on the hospital site. So the hospital owned it, but you know, it was their ambulatory radiology place. So we drive to the hospital. We get there, and we're like, what is it, an hour and a half, I guess, early, right? Quarter. It was, his appointment was at 1:30, and we got there at quarter to 12. So quarter to 1. So an hour and 45 minutes early. We walk in, and they know who we are. So they're like eyebrows. They're like scrunched together, and they're looking at us. And he walks up, and he's like, yeah, I know I'm early. I just had a scan, and we just got done. And they were like, okay, well, we're not going to be able to take you back until 1:30. And he was like, oh. And I don't know. He just told me, drive to, now we're going to the doctor's office. So I said to him, well, who set this up? Were you know, I said, did they say to just come right after the scan, whatever time that is? And he's like, because they told us that before. We were told before, like, you know, whatever time it is, just come right after the scan and we'll get you in, because they know how long we drive. And he said, no, they didn't tell me that this time. I just was hoping that they'd squeeze us in. So they were like, you can go get lunch at the cafeteria, or, you know, there's a Starbucks downstairs. So I said to Bob, well, I am hungry. And he's like, yeah, I should eat, because, you know, he hadn't eaten and he had just gotten sick. So, and as soon as he threw up, though, he was no longer nauseous. Like, that immediately went away. He was just shaking uncontrollably. So we went to the cafeteria and we ate. They had this awesome salad bar. And then after that, we went back up. This has a little tab on it. And we had our appointment. And this is the good part. We don't have to go back for 6 months. CAT scan was good. He said everything is healing well. All the plumbing works, like all the connections are good, no leaks, no collections. It was overall a really good report. And yeah, we were really happy with it. So he said, you don't have to come back for 6 months. You're going to have to get a scan every 6 months for cancer surveillance for a little while. He's like, well, he didn't say a little while. He said for a very long time is what he said. So, but we're done. We're done going up there for 6 months, guys. So it couldn't have been a better report. You know, finally, because Bob has tried to tell the surgeon before, like, you saved my life, thank you. And I'd be like, yeah, thank you, all this stuff. And every time he'd be like, well, thank you for the kind words, but let's just get through this. And finally he accepted it. Finally he was like, thank you, that means a lot to me. And like, he was happy and he was smiling. And so when we walked out, I was like, I guess we really are done. He, you know, he accepted it, and he didn't tell us, no, 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 no. Because he was like, let's hold the hug. He would always say to us, let's hold the hugs until we get through this. Let's hold the hugs until we get through this. And he didn't say that to us this time. He actually like accepted the thank yous and was like, you know, so yeah. We're driving home, but Bob's like, can you believe this 2.5 year, well, actually 3 years. He was diagnosed in 2020. Yeah, 2.5 year ordeal is finally over. I said to him, well, I guess I'm pulling the surgeon's attitude. I said, I'll believe it when I see it. And he's like, well, what do you need to believe? What needs to happen for you to believe it? I said, no coming into the room like you're on fire, no trips to the ER, no calls to the on-call doctor, no scares, no episodes for 2 months straight. And he was like, okay. I was like, then we can say we're over it. But yeah, we're very happy, of course. So yeah, good report. So that's Bob's update. And now my stepdad got his port in on Monday. My mom was able to take him, and yeah, she came over and she had to go over the directions because I don't know, it was confusing. So Bob explained it to her on how to get there, and he actually is scheduled for a PET scan this Monday, and then his first chemo session is on Thursday. So that's where we are at with that. So just praying that, you know, the chemo session is not bad, and like he tolerates it and he doesn't get super sick, and you know, I just hope that everything goes well with that. So that's where we are with that. And we asked Bob's surgeon if he knew my stepdad's surgeon, and he does. He said he actually wrote a lot of articles on pancreatic leaks, you know, and that he's been practicing for 20 years longer. He's got like 20 years on Bob's surgeon. And then he said he's definitely, his work is trustworthy, is what he said. So we did call my stepdad on the way home and reported that to him, just to let him know. That, yep, everything sounds good with this surgeon. And it sounds like he's in good hands. Bob's like, you picked another good one. I said, I think I'm getting too good at this. So that's happening. And then, yeah, I'm super excited. I never really look forward to Memorial Day, but I'm really looking forward to Memorial Day. I don't know what's gotten into me, but I think it's just been like the stress of everything for so long. Like, I'm like itching to just like have a good time and enjoy like some family and friends. Oh my goodness, dog, you okay? You okay, Pooch? And it's like, it's so funny because I was saying to Bob, like, when I went back to work my first week, I came home and I said to him, I don't care if I ever see another palm tree. I don't care if I ever see another hotel room. I don't care if I ever leave my house again. I just want to retire. And now I'm like dying to go away. It like literally, I literally did a 360. Next thing you know, I'm texting him all this stuff like, I want to go camping and I want to do this and I want to do that. And I don't know where it came from or what, but like, I just like, I just like want to like do something. And it's just so crazy. It's like I just got overcome with this like need to, let's plan something. And he's right. He's like, listen, we've both been out of work, whatever. Let's get our finances in order and then we'll talk. But I just feel like I want to book something. So I found these, it's like dome tenting, dome glamping. I'm going to put some pictures up here of it. It's in Tennessee. It looks amazing. I'm like, I want to do it so bad. I don't know. And we were talking about it today. Like, I miss going camping. Like, I miss our camping days. And this one year, my girlfriend and her ex-husband, you know, obviously this is when they were married, we did what was called rustic camping. Wait, hold on, I just got something in my eye. 1 second. Okay. So we used to we used to go camping a couple times a year with a bunch of friends. And so we owned like all this camping stuff. We owned a tent and everything, and we actually got rid of it all because we were like, oh, we're done camping. But now I want to go get more. So I want to go get tents and stuff. I didn't tell him this, but I do. I want to go tent camping. If you don't like tent camping, then you're just, but it's so funny because I hate bugs. You know I hate bugs. If you've been watching me, you know how much I hate bugs. But I always really enjoyed camping. I enjoyed being by the fire at night. It just, and we did it up, guys. We did it up. It was not like we would have an air mattress, a huge air mattress, so we'd be off the floor. It was, you know, we ate good. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. And so one year, my girlfriend and her ex-husband, and I've been talking to her all day today, we went what was called rustic camping. So all they had was a porta potty and they had a water spigot outside that you could use to like cook and wash dishes with, and you could bring your own bottled water. So we brought a lot of bottled water, and then we just used the spigot to wash our dishes in. And we went in almost the winter. It was October, and it was like it was freezing out. It was like one of the coldest nights. It just happened to we went for 2 whole nights and 3 days, and it just happened to be like one of the coldest weekends of the month at the time. It was so cold. And yeah, and it just was one of my favorite trips. I was telling that to Bob, and I think all he remembers is it being really, really cold, because it was so cold. But I don't know what it was about that trip. It was just so peaceful. There was literally nobody else but one other group of campers, and they were like completely on the other side. And you know, we were in front of a lake, and you needed a fire. Like it was so cold, and we had this fire going. And so after the first night, then that first morning when we woke up, we go outside, and we're making coffee, and it was so cold. Like our propane stovetop wouldn't even boil the water. It was like it was like a half an hour, and it was still not boiling. And so my friend's ex-husband, he pulls out a blowtorch, and he used the blowtorch on the pot to heat up the water so we can make coffee. And it just was, I don't know, it was, I guess it was just so simple, and like stress-free, and just, you know, it was just 2 couples with the fire and the cold and the, you know, blankets and gloves and hats, and just enjoying each other's company, and cooking. Like I remember we made these barbecue chicken foil packs that we cooked on the side of the fire. It was just so fun, and just so, I don't know. I just had such a nostalgic memory of that. I don't know if I'm using that word right, but it just brings back like such good feels for me when I think about that trip. And it was so cool because we woke up in the morning and we made our coffee, and like, you know, we started our fire again because we had to. And all of a sudden we start hearing this noise. We're sitting by the fire, and we start hearing this noise, and we're like, what the heck is that? I mean, we're just like, what is that? And it was getting louder and louder, and like, we're like looking at each other like, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? And next thing you know, we start seeing horses. Guys, we see people were on them. We see these people riding these horses up, and we're like, what? And they are passing us, and they're all waving to us. And we see, and like 1 horse, 2 horse, 3 horse, 10 horse. And they're just like, and we're just like, what the heck? And that was what we heard, the hooves. And so they're like, and we're just like watching all these horses and these riders. Like, we're sitting by the fire with our coffee in the morning. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, guys. And these horses are coming by, and we're just like, and they're all waving, hi, hello. And they're like riding past us. And so finally we yelled out to one of them, like, you know, what is this? And then someone yelled back, and it's endurance. It's an endurance test. They were doing endurance tests on these horses. And I remember one of them was really cool. Like, their whole mane was braided, different, like, I don't know how many braids. It was just so cool. And so then all the horses go by, right? I don't know how many. It was like 50 horses. It was crazy. I'm like, where did these horses even come from? I don't know. So we're just sitting there. We're like, oh, that was so cool. We're like, oh my God, like of all the weekends, and we got to see it. And like, that was so cool. And then I don't know how long later, an hour or so later, we start hearing the noise come again. We're like, are the horses back? And here they all come again. They're going. I don't know how long their route was, but we were on the route, guys. We were on the route, and they come by again, and we're just like, hey, you know, and they're like, hey. And, you know, we think, oh, okay, that was so cool. We got to see him again. Well, let me tell you something. They come back around again. And so someone yells, you know, how many times you guys got to do this? And they're like, all day. And we're like, what? So they went all day long, guys. It was so cool. I don't know how many times they passed us. I couldn't even tell you, but I can tell you this, that it was so long that a guy came through and hung glow sticks along the path so the horses knew where to go because it was so dark out. That's how long they did it for. It was the coolest thing. I mean, like, we just were like, wow, what a weekend to go. And I don't know, I just love that memory so much. And I just want to go camping so bad. And I'll share with you guys another Whip and Chat because it's a lot, like all the camping stories that I have. But yeah, I want to buy a tent, and I just want to go camping with my buddies. But yeah, you know, and we became really good friends with my girlfriends, my girlfriend and her husband. Like, we were like all really close, and then they ended up getting a divorce. And you know, we met her husband through my girlfriend. It was my girlfriend from work, and you know, we lost, you know, she was my friend. So, you know, yeah, but it's yeah, it's a great memory that I think we all cherish, no matter, you know, where we're at now. But yeah, so I found this place in Tennessee that's like glamping, and I figured, you know, if we can't get a group to go camping, that this would be fun to do if, you know, Bob and I went and did this one for a few days. And so I told him I wanted to do this. So I think we're going to look into it. I think we're going to look into checking it out. And if I do, you know, guys, I'll be showing you some video. You know, I'll be sharing it with you. So I'm excited, but I'll leave a link to the website below so you can check it out. It looks so cool. I still want to do tent camping and this, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I would like to experience this dome camping because it just looks super cool. But yeah, I still would like to, like, just get a tent and go do some camping, like right down here at one of these campgrounds in the Pineys, because I live in Jersey. And when we go, I was saying that to Bob today. I was like, did we take Soju, my dog Soju? And he's like, I don't remember her being, like, we always take her camping, but I think we had enough sense to say it's going to be too cold for her because, you know, pugs are very sensitive to extreme temperatures, whether it be hot or cold. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, we had my mom watch after her because we knew it would be uncomfortable for her, you know. because neither one of us remember her being there. And we've gone to numerous, multiple people camping trips, and we bring her. Like, everybody knows her. So, but it's usually like in the summertime when it's not, we usually go in the spring and the fall. So that was more winter than we usually do. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys camp? Does anybody out there camp? Enjoy camping? I think it's a lot of fun. So I would love to go with my kids, like if we all got a tent and we just rented one spot. And I think that would be a lot of fun. But I did a lot of this square, didn't I? I don't know how long I've been talking. I feel like, oh, my timer says 51 minutes. Yeah, so I think I am going to give you guys the code word. I think, you know what it's going to be? I think you guys already know. It's going to be camping. Yeah. So let me know if you guys want to win this pen stand and these two gorgeous trays. You're gonna comment below camping, and I want the ING because I want to know if you've ever been camping. Tell me if you've ever been camping or if you've never been camping, or what you think about camping. I hate camping. I love camping. I always wanted to go camping. I've never been camping. I go camping every year. I'm curious because, yeah, I'm just in that mood. It was so funny. I was like scrolling through, because I scroll through YouTube Shorts a lot. You'd think with as much as I scroll through YouTube Shorts, I'd make some because I really enjoy them, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of work to make like an ASMR diamond painting short. It probably isn't, but I don't know. But anyway, and there was one where someone was like solo, it said on it solo camping, and somebody was laying in a tent, and the tent was like there was like loud winds, and the tent was like billowing, and someone was laying down in the tent and like all rolled up, and there was a lantern at the top, and you could hear like something howling in the background. And I go to the comments because, you know, the comments are sometimes the best part, and everyone was like, he's in his backyard with his friends banging on the tent. But I thought it was funny, the comments, but I'll be honest with you, when I was looking at it, I was like, yes, I want to go camping. It actually made me even want to go more. Not so much the animals howling in the background, but like, you know, being all snug as a bug in a rug in a tent. Like, to me, that's just so fun and comforting. And you know, I have a few fond memories of doing that, and I just want to relive them, I guess. So yeah, I got bit by, I just want to do one, I'd like to go on one, you know, small getaway. Like, I'm not looking to like go away for 2 weeks at like a ritzy resort. Like, I just want to do you know, a reasonably affordable getaway just to celebrate, you know, Bob's cancer free, And we've been through a lot, and that's what I was saying to him. You know, we deserve it. And so that's I think that's where it's all coming from. It's just like, let's just get away and like just enjoy each other's company and do something that we enjoy. But we'll see what we end up doing. If we end up just, you know, getting a tent and doing something like that, or going to this glamping. I really want to do the glamping at some point in my life. And there's also this one where it's like an A-frame that you can open up. I think it's in like Utah or something. Want to do that too. That looked really cool. That's like, that's really far. That's definitely a plane ride. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. So again, put in the comments the word camping. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you've ever done it. And you could have a chance to win the DpGalCreations set. All right. I am going to sign off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up on the way out. And if you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the family and friends here at Kimbaskrafts. I would love to have you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Take care. Keep diamond painting.